$6.2 million. I'm just going to let that number hang in the air for a second.
That's a quote from the guy who bought it, Justin Sun. He called it a cultural phenomenon that bridges the worlds of art, memes, and the cryptocurrency community. So, what on earth could he be talking about that's worth that much?
The answer? It's something else.
He's talking about this. Yep, a banana, taped to a wall. And believe it or not, this incredibly simple, some might say absurd image is actually our key to understanding one of the biggest questions facing us today.
So today, we're going to use this banana and a couple of others, both real and, metaphorical, to unpack a huge question. In a world that's changing faster than ever, what do we even mean by value anymore?
All right, let's dive in. First up, the story that's been all over the place, the $6.2 million banana.
Now, obviously, this isn't just some random banana from the grocery store. It's actually a piece of art by Maurizio Cattelan, and it's called Comedian. Back when it first came out in 2019, the artist said it was a sincere commentary and a reflection on what we value. And wow, that reflection has gotten a lot bigger since then.
I mean, just look at how the price has exploded. In 2019, you could pick one up for about $120,000, maybe $150,000. Now, it just sold at auction for $6.2 million. That's not just a leap, that is absolutely insane.
Okay, and here's the part that really blows your mind. The buyer doesn't actually get the banana. I mean, it would rot, right? Instead, they get a certificate and a set of instructions on how to display it, meaning how to tape a fresh banana to their own wall. So the value isn't in the fruit itself, it's all in the idea.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. That's not the only famous banana out there right now. So let's pivot and look at a completely different way to think about value.
Because, get this, on the exact same day that art piece was being auctioned off, another banana was playing a key role in a totally different and way more practical kind of mission. We're talking about SpaceX's Starship Flight 6, and what was its precious cargo? You guessed it, a banana. But its purpose wasn't to make you think about art. It was purely functional. It was literally just a simple visual way for the engineers to see when the ship hit zero gravity. So you've got the same object, a banana, but with two wildly different values. One, a multi-million-dollar concept, and the other, a super low-tech tool on the most advanced rocket on the planet.
Okay, so we've got conceptual value and practical value. But what about a type of value that's not even physical, something you can't touch at all? And that, of course, brings us to the thing that's changing everything, AI. Let's just look at the numbers for a second. Microsoft says that for every single dollar a company puts into its AI tool Copilot, it gets back $3.70. We're not talking about ideas or physical tools anymore. This is about pure, measurable productivity. Cold, hard cash. So how does that even work? How does it create that kind of return? Well, the magic behind it is something called an AI agent. The easiest way to think about it is this. It's not just a chatbot that answers your questions. It's a program that can actually do things for you to reach a specific goal. So imagine you have a project manager agent. You can tell it to start a new project, and boom, it creates the plan, it assigns tasks to people on your team, it keeps an eye on the progress, and it even nudges people with reminders. See the difference? It's not just helping you, it's literally doing the work. That's a whole new type of value right there.
And we're not talking about a small change here. The CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, says this is as big as the PC revolution back in the 90s. It's a fundamental shift in how we do, well, everything.
Okay, so we have value in ideas, value in tools, and value in productivity. But there's one more, and it's a big one. What about the value of just finding things out, the value of pure knowledge itself? Take this, for example. In North Dakota, researchers just found this amazing fossil deposit. It's so well preserved that it's giving us this brand new, super detailed look at what the oceans were like hundreds of millions of years ago. Is it going to make anyone rich? Nope. Does it have a practical use right now? Not really. But what it tells us about the history of life on our planet? That's just invaluable.
Or check this out, this is so cool. Scientists figured out how to combine sunflower pollen and protein from silkworm silk. And what do they make? A brand new material that's totally biodegradable, repels water, and scatters light. The value here isn't about today's profit, it's about the future. The potential to replace plastics with something sustainable. You can't put a price on that. And one last one in this category, scientists are using AI to look at pictures of our cells and figure out our predicted age, which can be different from how old you actually are. Why does that matter? Because unlocking the secrets of how we age, right down to the cellular level, well, that holds incredible value for the future of medicine and human health.
Okay, let's step back and pull all these threads together. We've got a banana as art, a banana in space, an AI that makes us more productive, and scientific discoveries that just expand what we know. So, what's the one thing that connects all these completely different stories? A piece of art, a rocket, an AI, a fossil. What's the link?
It's that each one shows us a different but totally valid way we create value today. The banana on the wall, that's conceptual value. It's all about the idea. The banana in space, that's practical value. It's about what it can do. The AI agent, that's productivity value, measured in what it can produce. And all that science, that's knowledge value, the simple, powerful worth of understanding our world better.
And here's the thing. All of these definitions of value are being stretched and reshaped by technology at a dizzying speed, which leaves us with a really big question to chew on. As these worlds of art, tech, and science keep crashing into each other, what are we going to decide is really important? In the end, what will we decide is truly priceless?